All right.
All right. So here we are at the finale of Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 14, without Nene, without Portia, without Cynthia, without the girls. So before we jump into it, what do you think this season gave to you?
Yeah, this wasn't a really good season for me. I mean, it
Ooh,
was okay.
me.
It was okay, but there was nothing like there was no one big moment of this season. There was no big to do. Like I felt like Marlo kept making up things to do so we can have some screen time.
Did she disappoint you?
After all this time waiting for a Peach, I think she did what she had to do. She tried to come and try to make some waves there, but nothing really stuck. So I feel like she was just trying.
Yeah.
I don't know. There could have been more. Like maybe she should have gave more about her family, but not the kids. More about
And
the situation where her mom clearly appears to be one that's strained, not wanting to obviously exploit that for TV, but maybe it should have been on TV. You know what I mean? It's like stuff like
she kind of did. Like they just threw her mom on the finale. Like we ain't really seen you, and then you just threw it on there, and she forgot her teeth. And I feel like nowadays everything is for clickbait. So Marlo wanted a scene, so Mama don't bring your teeth. Like it was just weird. You made her all up, a new wig, new makeup. She didn't look caskety, but she forgot her teeth. So I just feel Marlo tried to do what she was supposed to, but Kenya would not give her the time of day. Candy would not give her the time of day. So Candy's like, when she argued with her, it was like, you ain't even worth this. And it's so weird because Candy gave Marlo that show. Do I have to say allegedly? No, because she talked about it with Funky Dineva, Rico Chappelle, Marlo. So Candy was trying to put Marlo in place. And it didn't work out. They said because of you and your antics, and you wanted to stay over Housewives because you made more money, which I get because that was on WeTV. I mean, come on, look at the rest. So I just there's a hate there, and Candy seems confused by why are you coming in so hard at me? Like she's the one that said Candy was sucking D in the locker room. That was supposed to be a moment, but
it just made up shit. I just feel like there was a lot of missed opportunities this season, but it is what it is. I think that Sheree having her moment at the end of the season, I like that.
So we didn't talk about that. So what happened?
I love that she came full circle. 14 years later, she had another fashion show for She by Sheree and had some fashions. Now, it was a stretch down to the last minute of her having anything because everything came in last minute. But all in all, what she put on and those people walking down the aisle, it looked professional. It's like there's nothing really to drag, and some of the shit looked actually kind of cute. So it's like she did this. Like
I would wear some of that.
Yeah,
even a female
all that stuff. It was a good show. You have to give it to Sheree. You did your thing, and so that was a good way to end the season. But I still just felt like, yeah. I mean, it can use a shakeup, and I don't know. How it's gonna work for Candy. I think.
Go ahead.
I think Candy is preparing for her exit. I think she knows. And it is what it is. I say go ahead and bring Phaedra back. I've always been one to say we don't need Phaedra, but right about now they need Phaedra. And it is what it is.
Why have they incorporated Apollo?
I wonder if that's gonna be part of her contract if she does come back. Like I don't want to film with him. Like, but again, that's your ex-husband, so I don't.
See, that's what I'm like. So Phaedra is on Dubai making appearances. She's on Girls Trip. Apollo's on here. She's been on Watch What Happens Live. Candy's basically about to get fired allegedly, but she has the Escape show coming. So this is basically gonna be me and my girls, and then her failed restaurant show is coming back, and it's gonna be me and my salmonella. So I have two other shows allegedly that I can do. So I really don't need to argue with y'all because I'm kind of a boss over this other stuff. I'm going to argue with my group mates that actually,
Yeah.
So it's like if she moves away from there, I think people are going to go in like, oh, you got fired. But I have two other shows, which like Candy can kind of step away and be the executive because people say she's always boring or it's her people. I think you work your way up to that. Like I shouldn't be fighting and stuff. Like this season, they kind of made her the villain. Like everybody was going after Candy.
It seems like everybody just wanted to come for her spot or whatever. I think they were just trying to make up. They were just trying to make up drama for the show because they really didn't have much to talk about. Like when Drew broke her foot, you got girls come over saying, "Oh, how you doing?" Girls are trying to talk to. You know what I mean? It's just like these scenes, and I felt so bad. Listen, Kenya's scene at what was that? CBS?
No,
no, was it?
Yes.
Was it? Okay.
Kenya Moore.
I'm not dragging her. I'm just saying that should have been a bigger moment. It was like. Not even the whole cast there. It wasn't a lot of flair. It just seems like something that they threw together at the last minute. Congrats to CBS, but it just I needed something more. I needed more flair.
Yeah, her being in CVS is huge. And I was like, the shady in me was like, well, is she really at a CVS? So I went hunting. And no, I didn't go to my CVS because gas is a thing. So I went to the Twitters and somebody said they saw that it was in their store. And I was like, oh, cute. Because, nowadays you could say, oh, my stuff is in stores and it could be at one store because you might have flirted with the manager or something and you got it on the shelf to take a picture. And that's what the finale kind of gave me. It's like, put a banner on aisle 13 and throw Kenya stuff in there. When they leave, take this shit with them and go. Like, they didn't even wrap up the outside of CVS with a banner you walked in. Like, they should have had Kenya Moore hair care at CVS. Like, it really was go to the dollar store, get a banner, go get them big scissors, cut the ribbon, and go. But it's good that she's there. Seeing Brooklyn is so adorable.
Oh my god!
And she was rocking her Kenya Moore hair care shirt. Yes. So people were going at Kenya for saying, "Well, why do you got her wearing a shirt? You using your daughter?" Kenya said, "Well, she's actually the spokesperson for the company." So boom, which I think is cute.
I don't care. If anybody on this show has a brand, you should be wearing your brand. If anybody has something to promote that shit. I don't give a fuck. Everybody in my family would have a fucking t-shirt on. You mad? We're gonna have different color ones on tomorrow. You mad? Promo.
Yeah, like, it's just a mess. So let's talk about this because this is a forever drama and people are tired of it. But it's true tea. Kandi versus Todd versus her mama. It's a three-way battle, not a three-way like Kandi normally do. Like, she wouldn't do her mama.
Move on, sir.
Okay. Going back to Marlo, calling Kandi a whore. That whole thing, she's a whore. She's in the locker room. If Kandi did, we would know. We would almost see it. Like, she's at the point of releasing porn almost. Like, I can see her I can see her signing somebody on Pornhub or something like that.
Not signing somebody on Pornhub. I can't.
Bolo got a job.
Bolo got a real job. Y'all watching All the Queen's Men? That show is good.
You should watch it, y'all. So yeah, Kandi. Oh, okay. This is gonna sound weird, but Kandi's dead, and then Todd and Mama Joyce are alive. Okay. This is what they brought on the show, not me, y'all.
Oh yeah.
So Kandi, you dead.
Yeah.
Where should her money go? Todd, her mama, Riley, Ace, come on, Blaze, and Kayla. Okay, did that. So should Riley get priority for kids?
I think that was real messed up when she said that.
Why?
Because regardless of who came here first, that is still Kandi's kids. It would be one thing if we only had Riley, and then all those other kids were all his that he brought to the marriage. That would be one thing. You might have a little argument there, but these are Kandi's biological children as well. Why should they feel I get less of a split because her daddy ran out and my daddy was here? That doesn't make any sense. Like, I don't feel it like that. I felt that was kind of messed up. Like, it should be equal amongst the kids. Now, I think the kids should get more of the lion's share than I'm giving old dude that's left here after I die. Like,
opportunity.
I'm just saying, Todd. Shut up. So the kids should have the more lion's share, if you ask me. But I would not prioritize one child over the other. That just seems crazy to me.
Yeah, and see, I'm the opposite kind of bitch, and I don't mean to be shady. I would put Riley first because we done rolled through the trenches together. We done been through this. You done been down on it. We've seen you grow. Like, they're saying you're pregnant now. And Kandi said, I was trying not to cuss. She's not pregnant. She has weight challenges and stuff like that. So I don't think she's pregnant unless she just don't want to admit it. But I think Kandi and Riley have gone through. So y'all knew. Y'all ain't been through the battle. So Riley gonna get a little more.
That's a mess.
More. Like, she thugged it out. Y'all just got here. Y'all snuck in the VIP.
That's like you're blaming the children for choices they did not make. They didn't ask to be born in this situation. They did not ask to have a different dad than Riley. So you're blaming them for something that's just not cool. The kids, all her biological kids, should have the same split in whatever money that's going to be left.
So let's have a black discussion. Do we think people give their favorite kids more?
How would you be able to do that? Because then it's in the will that has to be read, right? So it's not like, so I would know after my mom died that I got the lion's share and then my sister didn't.
But she did, so you can't be mad at me.
No, that's fucked up. Stop this. Move on.
Like, I feel sometimes you might have a more responsible child. So if I leave you
rude.
No, I'm just saying. So if I give you $500,000, I know you might do better with it than opposed to giving your brother $2,000. He's gonna use it on crack.
Well, then what you do is you set up in a way that you only can draw so much for a certain amount of time, for a certain amount of years. You get this amount, so you know you're not spending all your money through it. If you can't trust your kids like that, then set them up on a payment plan. That's all I'm saying. But to say that one child deserves less because they have a different father, that's crazy to me. Now, after I just said that, okay,
wait.
I'm not sure that Kayla should get the same split.
Why?
Because okay, the lion's share of the money belongs to Candy. So Candy's biological seed should get the lion's share. I don't know if Kayla gets the same split for me, but they were saying they were going to have two separate estates, one for Candy and then one for him. So the one for him should be giving his daughter more because. See, no, he shouldn't. See, no, my whole argument in my brain that was just fucked up. Not from his point of view, because his kids with Candy are his biological kids. It's just listen.
And as long as we've been together, my kid been in our life too. So
that's why y'all all need one baby daddy. We can't be doing this. Oh, now I see why the Kardashians keep going back to the same baby daddy.
I said you better go, Kim and Chloe.
Shit,
Chloe, you might want to screw an ass clown, but this is the same ass clown I got from before. When you got 3 or 4 different ass clowns to deal with, and they ain't giving you money, and they just want to come take a picture with your child, and then that's it. You're a great daddy. You saw your kid 2 months ago for 5 minutes, and you bought diapers. Congratulations, father. Shout out to Mark. Can we be over him next season? Let's not mention him.
Allegedly, that's ignorant.
Kenya needs to find a man, and let's make her man not be Apollo. Let's make her man. Kenya has a thing. Kenya flirts with men, like married men. She's very
married men. Well, okay.
And then she knows that Martell has a big dick. And I was wondering, how does Kenya know that? And why is Sheree going to Martell from the like? You can't leave a fuckery and go to a bigger fuckery. Like,
well, listen. Let's be very clear. This is about opportunity
for who?
Both of them.
You did that
because they both need some kind of storyline on their relative shows, and why not? Like, why not?
You just got played on TV.
Martell needs to hold on to something, though. He can't keep arguing with his ex-wife and expect him to have a presence on that show. It's just not going to work because we don't need you for that, especially if she end up getting another man. So the only real recourse is for him to come on with the relationship and show that on that show. This is mutual for both of them. And Sheree's trying to get back another season. She don't want to be done because she already got the She by Sheree and they had no Peach again. She's trying to drum up a storyline for her next season too. So this works for the both of us. Let's just be honest about what it is. And I'm gonna watch the trash. Just be honest with me about how we got here.
Okay, I can't. So, isn't he one of her models for She by Sheree?
Is he, Marcel?
I think so. I think coming up because you see he wasn't around back then, and that was a couple months ago. So this is a whole new fake fuckery. Like this is all new and fake, but they're throwing it in our face so fast. But Sheree did drop the line. Now, if you get with Martell is known to be kind of okay. All right. Martell is known to be kind of a weasel, and allegedly he owes his wife money from stealing and stuff. So Sheree, be careful. But I feel like if he's modeling in this stuff, he's gonna find a way. Let's use these people. I think he's gonna use her. Sheree, watch your back. You couldn't see Bob coming.
Didn't see Prison Bay coming.
Bob came with that girl Tammy from the other season that Sheree thought they were doing. So they brought Bob. They brought Tyrone. So we got to see Lyrone on the episode on the finale. So I feel like Sheree got played again. Don't bring him on the finale. And he was there a lot of the show. This season was Sheree's show, but he was there a lot. And how would you feel as Sheree? Because you could tell she was shook when he came in. Her eyes was like Winnie Williams.
It really. Okay, we know reality shows, they are known to do this shit. You come up and you get surprised by people come on the set because that's how we get good TV. We're in the raw emotions. You can't expect it. You can't plan for
raw.
It. So with him showing up, it really did look like a raw moment where she was genuinely shocked. And then the fact that she asked him for an apology and then got upset when he wouldn't, I felt like it was all real. Like, if you're gonna be around me, at least give me an apology. But she knew that I already got another dick on lineup. So
allegedly,
she already got another man. You know, so I don't think she was in a place that she needed to accept his BS either. So she let it know what it was and then let that be known. So don't have to ask me about Prison Break next season because that's done. Like, she wanted to tie that storyline up so that when Martell comes next season, then we're all good.
Oh, this is going to be interesting because I feel like they're going to be so petty and try to make an Apollo Martell in like wrong situation.
Oh no.
It's just weird. So the clothes are out allegedly. So we were like, okay, they said coming out in like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then the website was there. So here we have the She by Sheree. So it is here. We had a fashion show with fashions. Shout out to Dwight, who came looking good as hell. Like you saw the flashback picture from 14 years ago.
Yeah, Dwight looks good. That's
He
salt and
looks
pepper.
really good. Yes, he looks nice. His face looks human now. He got a new nose. His face looks
human.
good.
All right, sir. We got move along. We got to move along. So,
you gotta take Kino, right?
She by Sheree on the website. It says, "Dear fans, due to overwhelming interest in She by Sheree, the influx of love is crashing the website."
Oh Lord, drop it low with Drew again.
But please understand, it's being worked on. So continue to check back within the next 24 hours. We are working to get this quickly resolved. We wish you to serve you soon. Thank you for your interest. Thanks for being customers who were able to serve so fair tonight. Oh, so they did get a couple sales, is what they're saying. I don't know. I don't know. Like I can believe it, but I can kind of not, because it's like you wouldn't want to be prepared for this. Like if you know this is coming on TV, you know people are going to look. An extra serve or two or something. I just need y'all to test this or something. I don't know. It just seems like that's a mess to me. Like to not have, because people might forget about it tomorrow. It could have been hot tonight. You could have had a lot more sales if everything was working. Tomorrow, people may forget. They may not care. You better have it fixed by reunion next week and remind them again, my shit's on sale.
Yeah. She so the pictures were on the site. There were products for sale for a little bit. So I don't know if it sold out or if the site crashed or if what people were finding is that. So look at that price, right? But it's really cute. But I'm not paying that for you, Sheree. And then come to find out, there's people who have that same outfit from Amazon.
Not Amazon.
There are people who said they got that same thing from AliExpress and something called Shein. So she's just buying clothes and selling them, which is what she could have been doing a while ago. So people have kind of was like, oh, Sheree had her moment, but now it's messed up because y'all just went and bought some clothes that are already made. So basically fashion over for Sheree. But it's under her name, and that's what people do. So is that a bad thing? Because now we see the exact same pieces. So people are like, okay, well, at least her fashions are cute. Well, it's everybody's fashion.
Yeah.
Okay, can you go back to Tyrone real quick? Why did he walk in there like his peen was dragging to the floor?
Yeah, I didn't understand the whole side by side thing.
Like, how are we? I got heavy meat. I gotta walk like this. You know how back in the day you had to walk like you had 3 legs. That was the walk they did. You've been out of jail for how long? They don't walk like that no more. And then Sheree said you only 2 pumps.
Oh, we.
Sonya. Should Sonya Richards Ross come back?
You know, I wouldn't be upset about them giving her one more try. If she give us another season like this, then you can be done. But I feel like she was getting her feet wet, and she would bring it to the girls. Like when they would do the bullshit, she'd pick up the phone and call Ken. She's like, I heard you had something to say about my husband. So what's up? Like she seems like she's there for the mess. It just, I don't know. I can do one more season on her.
I will give her another chance because she got to come back and redeem herself with Kenya. Like when Kenya came at her, yeah, girl, you right. I'm sorry. She needs to be like Sheree's fashion person who was going back and forth with Kenya.
What was her name? Oh yeah.
Give her a peach.
I don't know her name.
Give her a peach.
She was with the shits.
A peach. Yeah. So we'll see where this goes. The reunion looks good.
We want to talk about the reunion, or are we playing that clip?
Yeah, let's talk about the reunion.
Okay, before we do that, we got to put a little disclaimer up.
Yeah. Listen up, y'all. All our videos are for entertainment purpose only and should not be considered 100% accurate. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. No copyright infringement intended. All rights belong to their respective owners. Now move along.
Move along. You did that production. Yes. So all this is fair use. and we're giving our opinions and our commentary and research and diagnostics. I don't know. Diagnostics. There we go. Sorry.
Let's move on.
Diagnostics.
Here we go.
Drop it. Well, basically, I'm an investor in She by Sheree. You better stop lying about my name. You better lie about my car.
Okay.
So why are they calling them birds?
False.
I'm trying to.
I have cash up from people.
Ooh.
So now Bravo, who has the racist allegations against them, allegedly, not just me, other people. Sidebar. I'm a sidebar, y'all. Remember when Bravo and NBC Studio, all them people said they were putting $100 million into like black people, basically?
Yes, back when when the movement happened in the middle of the pandemic.
So I wonder where that money went, because their trips go like 30 minutes around the corner to the mall. They don't get the fabulous life. They had to pay for their own photo shoots. But we don't go back there. So why are y'all now calling black women birds? Like,
I didn't get it.
You're theming the reunion, calling them birds. So are they cardinals? Is that why they're wearing red? Like, what?
Maybe they'll explain on the reunion. I don't know.
It's very weird. It's very weird.
Wanting to send me sex tapes of you. I would love to see that.
What can you tell me about your new boo? He's like a 10 out of 10.
I heard
Andy's so horny. Oh, okay.
So why does Kenya know that your man's D is a 10 out of 10?
And who told her? Which one? Or do you know? That's very weird. Have you ever heard somebody say Martell's D is a 10 out of 10?
I mean, no. I don't know nobody that slept with that man, so no.
I don't know coleslaw, but she seems to be a little dry right now, so he didn't wet her up.
Sheree, no more TPT. 2 pump time. Oh, 2 pumps.
2 pumps.
Oh, Candy and I both live rent free in her head. Shots fired. Who's talking about me?
What happened? What's going on over there? What happened? What happened? You good?
I got too excited. Sorry.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Every week on your show, and I get it because I'm good clickbait. You think I need you for clickbait?
You've had your breasts done, your booty.
My booty, bitch, you're crazy.
We've all had something
natural,
done.
honey. Squats, not shots, honey.
Yes.
Not shots.
Yes. Do you believe it?
I believe that
because she works. She
I believe
she
that.
Don't make fashion, but she work out.
First of all, let's say the ladies all look beautiful, and I do love this shade of whatever it is. It's pink, red. I don't know what's going on, but they look cute. Like
Sonya too.
Yeah, what's wrong with Sonya?
She giving me Christina Yamaguchi.
Oh my God.
The thing about you is fake, Marlo. Your name is not even your real name, Latoya Hutchinson.
What is that? What is that?
Because no one has ever brought that up before, at least to my knowledge on the show. Marlo has a lot of mugshots. Like
a lot.
Is that name on all her mugshots? I guess
mugshot Marlo. Like that's what you do. So now your name Lola Falon. I don't know what they just said. Girl, this is weird.
She has tears. There's tears coming out. That's crying.
That's crying. We just coordinated, you know? I'm the lead. Those are my backups.
Yes, Beyonce, Michelle, and Kelly.
So they didn't have the guys like coordinate, or the guys always just come how they want. I don't know if I remember.
Well, I think sometimes they be giving them the theme, like the girls all wear the color, and the other guys wore white. So Candy's man wore black to take the opportunity to stand out. Well, why do you think Drew said somebody cashed apped her about a sex tape of Sheree?
Yeah, that makes no sense. It makes no sense.
Why would they? Drew, do better with your lies.
So is Drew saying she has a copy of it allegedly to give out?
But why would somebody cash app? Do better. Hire new girls to write your shit better. Your makeup, your fashion, you look great. Come better with the pen.
Taj, after the reunion, you know anybody I can talk?
In Tampa.
Earlier Thursday year, we went to Africa.
And I came with all my Birkins.
No, you was a little dehydrated at the time.
Oh, it seems like you suffered some.
So people were saying Todd should not come at a woman. Do you feel like she was coming at him because Marlo has had a lot to say about Todd and all that stuff? So do you feel he came at her or just kind of addressed dehydration and that?
I can't really tell by the clip. I need to see everything in its context. But I would agree that the men should stay separate out from the women, because that's just they're supposed to keep up the drama. That's why they're there. You know what I mean? You're just a side product, unfortunately, of them being on this show. Let them do the fighting. Like, stay back and all the men. I hopefully don't. They don't end up fighting because issues with the wives. Like, take your note from Married to Medicine. Although they had one little problem this year with one of the guys, most of the time the guys stay out of the shit. They just like, do y'all. We still gonna be good over here, and they know they roll. And it is what it is.
And remember when Ross got mad when they were at dinner and they was going at Sonya, and he was like, "Hold up, y'all can't come at my wife." And Candy,
I understand that.
Well, Candy on her speak on it said that it was bigger than what they showed. Like, he got real mad and was like, he was mad with production and stuff because they were disrespecting her. And Candy was basically saying this is his first time in that environment. Y'all coming after my wife. So his mentality was like, F all this, like all y'all, not just this table right now. She said he was big mad. So the men are getting involved, but I don't know.
Finish this out.
Emotional abuse.
They want to call me whores and prostitutes, but can't bring you one guy.
I don't have a mind of my own.
We've only been able to accomplish mediocrity at best.
We saw on social media about the break-in in your home.
I just hear a scream.
I'm trying to pause, it won't stop.
Drew, do not.
So yeah,
that is so scary.
It is scary. Like,
that's one of my biggest fears.
Because people nowadays, they really don't give a fuck about a camera. Like,
they will smile while breaking in your door.
Your house. And then being in a pandemic and people wearing masks, I mean, that's just the thing now. So it's just scary that somebody just can come to your house and kick the door down and just want to rob or do something to you. Like,
and she actually had the 2 kids at that time. So like, oh God.
So you're saying that Sonya's dress is giving you
Christina Yamaguchi, Nancy Kerrigan, ice skating swan.
I can see that though.
A black swan in pink.
That's
not
really
a track star. Like, but track people might not know fashion. So she should get with Marlo and rent some of her gear.
A mess. All right, hold on.
Do that. She's flipping her hair in my face. Andy, come on. I'm
Yes.
gonna move in a second. Be a lady like I am.
This is so annoying that a person that I try to help most of the time will get on a platform to millions of people and say I don't help people.
Whew. That's a lot.
Yeah.
The seating arrangements is really interesting with this, but we will see how that. It's almost like they wanted to put you next to someone that may cause a conflict. And like Sonya was saying, like, I might have to move in a second. She keeps flipping her hair and I'm gonna snatch it back. You know what I mean? It's like, that's just, I don't know. It's producers playing around.
So it was Marlo and Sheree sitting by Andy, which kind of shocked me initially. But then seeing the way the season finished out with it being Sheree's show in the finale, I get why she sat there. And then Marlo was the one trying to bring the heat. They just wouldn't give her the matches. Like, spark it up, bring Portia back. See, we're saying bring new girls in, but then everybody's also saying bring Portia, bring Phaedra. So what do we want? Do we want new girls, or do we want?
They said Portia wasn't really ever fired. She just kind of just went over to her own thing and was still on. It was still labeled as a RHO spinoff or RHOA spinoff kind of show. So I don't know. Her coming back and with Simon and the shit. We know that's going to happen. She delayed her wedding, so she's coming back. We know that. Phaedra and who was the other one that might come back?
Phaedra.
Is that it?
Yeah, somebody.
Oh,
I saw somebody say Cynthia, but no, come on.
Oh no. We're good on Cynthia. We're good on that.
That's always.
We're good on that.
Yeah, not in a bad way. She's done what she needed to. Like Candy, you've done what you needed to do. We grew with you. It's been over 10 years. Go to Love and Hip Hop. Yes, see, Brooklyn is one of the models. So people were like, you can't come. I'm putting my baby in this.
I'm sorry, but Kenya should be next to Andy. Candy in the middle, Drew on the end, Sheree on the other couch. Like, what is going on here? Yeah. And Kenya said we were just as confused.
See that? So remember, Kenya came back and said the reunion was tame. So I don't know if it was tame. Like, I just feel like they didn't get what they were coming to get. Like, I don't know, because Candy said she was surprised by the seats too. It was just like, what are y'all doing to these girls? What are y'all trying to shake up and do? Because they're about to go film again in like tomorrow. They're about to film again in a couple months. So it's like, okay,
all right, we'll get them enough time.
You got to gear them up. So come on, Nene, we'll wait for you. Lies. Tiffany Haddish and Aries Spears are on the top of the charts for all the wrong reasons.
Not top of the
like
charts.
They're in everybody's mouth.
Sir.
It's going to be like I'm coming down on Tiffany just because I don't expect shit from Aries. Like, you look like what you give it. Tiffany, and then having her people come out and say that it was a what was it? A shake-up or oh god. Okay. oh my god. And that's him without makeup. They just said come fresh face. Like that's you. There were children there. They were scared when they saw you. So it indicated the whole thing. But they said it was a shake-up or like a sabotage. Aries Spears paid in 2019 basically to silence this. And they said that Tiffany Haddish said no. Now we're hearing that was Tiffany Haddish's friend. The kids call her Auntie Tiff, allegedly. So it wasn't like she left her kids with a stranger in Hollywood. So that's how we all thought at first.
And I want to address my comments last time on this because we did upload a video before we saw the actual video of what happened with that little boy. And us saying we watched that, let's be very clear. It was very cringy, but it's not child porn. I just want to make that clear. It's not, it's nothing like that. It's just very, very, very cringy. Shouldn't have ever happened. But that was before we had seen that video. And I was trying in my original post, trying to give them, a side view or a difference of, devil's advocate. Let me see from a comedic standpoint, can I try to, support that side? And now seeing the entire thing, no, this shouldn't have been done. Like, who was on this thing? Who was on the camera? Who was back there directing the shit that felt like this shit was okay? Like, all of y'all need to be held accountable for this, because this is crazy to me. The way that little boy and his, it's too much. It's too much. If y'all haven't seen it, don't see it.
Yeah. And I don't know. I don't know what's going to come of this. Like Jason, oh god. So Jason Lee is like super close with Tiffany Haddish, and he's jumped into and said this week he's going to reveal the tea and drop some stuff. So this might get very, very messy. We'll cover this kind of a little bit. There's children involved, and I just want everybody to remember that these are kids. And with them putting her mom's name out there, it makes it very easy. I don't like where this is going. Protect your kids. I don't know. It's just very weird that the name of the movie is that, and that's what y'all were giving.
Right.
Wrong.
This missed the mark in so many places. And like I said before, if they just had done this right and had possibly told the mother what was going on so they can coach the son ahead of time. And I said, this is not pretend. This is not real. Like, that's what you have to do with child actors. You don't just throw something on them and they don't know. Like, who thought that was okay? I don't get that.
So are they going to fight? Are they going to fight? Because the mom and Tiffany were friends. So you set me up. Did this to my child, and then came back years later and got another one of my child to do the same thing. We bonded over a messy divorce, as they said, 4 messes. So you used me and came back and did my child again.
Oh, not did your child? Okay.
No, no. Came back and used my child again. Like,
but she didn't know about the first time. So
I'm saying Tiffany.
Yeah. No, I'm saying the mother didn't know about the first time. So not like she gave her child again to be abused. She didn't know.
No, I'm just saying, no, Tiffany came back again. Like, so you did it one time and it wasn't like, oh, that was messed up. You came back and did another child years later. Like, what? Yeah. So let's get into
her response today. She finally has spoken. And she says, I know people have a bunch of questions. I get it. I'm right there with you. Unfortunately, because there's an ongoing legal case, there's very little I can say right now. But clearly, while this sketch was intended to be comedic, is that what it is? Yeah, it wasn't funny at all. And I deeply regret having agreed to act in it. I really look forward to being able to share a lot more about this situation as soon as I can. What jumped out to you about this statement?
Sketch and comedic. It wasn't funny.
When she said, deeply regret having agreed. No, hold on. I deeply regret having agreed to act in it. That is a very telling sentence. She is saying that I did not write this shit. I did not come up with this shit, but I agreed to act in it. She is distancing herself from this project. Had to lead into that shit. Her lawyer, they on their job.
He good.
I agreed to act in it. I didn't agree to produce it. I didn't agree to write it. She ain't say none of that. She said I agreed to act in it.
Okay, okay. So let's move along from that part of the story. So as an actress, if he presented it to you, I don't know.
You still should. There still should be some accountability. You still were in the presence in this situation where a child was harmed mentally, emotionally, whatever. You took part of that, whether you were paid or not. You took part of it. So
And then the fact that there was a shakedown in 2019 about it, and he paid and you didn't, means there's been years that this has been going on. I don't know. So did you prepare? Did you think it was going to go away? Because the new lawsuit is by the kids, right?
By the older sister who has custody over the younger one who is still underage.
The sister has custody over him?
Yes.
Let's move up to grown-up children. So we have that little boy called Lil Bow Wow. And people be inspired, and Chris Brown is charging like $1,500 for his meet and greets, and with those you can almost get pregnant.
Shut up.
I don't know if Mr. Bow Wow can do anything like that. We are older, so do you think Bow Wow can? Come on, girl.
You stupid.
That's Bowisha, girl. Come on, little mama. So what you? They really don't look alike now that I see it.
Okay.
Okay. So what do you think about Bow Wow trying to charge $1,000 for a meet and greet to meet and hang with him?
I mean, I'm not mad at it at all because they're getting a once in a lifetime kind of opportunity. You see, he's having a lot of fun with the pictures. He lets the fans, kind of go a little all out. It's not just I'm saying
about Bow Wow. You're talking about Chris.
Oh,
I said Bow Wow. Well, no, I can understand Chris.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I got that confused altogether.
No, Bow Wow's trying to charge $1,000. Chris was.
But again, is he doing the same thing?
So Bow Wow is okay. Let me read. So Bow Wow is doing a ultimate hang with Bow Wow. It's 30 to 45 minutes of personal hangout time with him. Okay. So you get backstage passes. You get to go to the lounge. You get to go on a tour bus. You get a photo with Bow Wow, a pre-show to the VIP lounge party, a digital download of your meet and greet, a souvenir VIP laminate.
Sir, we're still reading things, and this is $4,000. This is a deal. This is a deal.
An exclusive drawstring bag, and it's only for 10 fans per city.
This is a deal. I mean, we out here spending $1,000 on a cell phone. When an iPhone drop, you drop that $1,000, right? Like $1,000 you will never forget this. And you're getting all that shit. All you had to tell me was I'm going backstage to meet him and be in an exclusive area with my fave for $1,000. And I would, in 2022, I would have given that $1,000. Now, maybe it's not for everybody. And again, it's not, but those extreme fans that you will never, like, I'm not a fan of Bow Wow like that. Like I would never. So it's not for me, but I'm not mad at anybody else who takes it. Because you can't tell me Beyonce's offering me $1,000 to go backstage. Oh, that's all it's gotta be. Like, you ain't got to give me no badge. You ain't got to give me no stickers, no digital download. I don't need shit. I'm going backstage to meet Beyonce. Here's my card. Take this. What's taking you so long? Take my card. Nah, this is a deal. I'm not mad at this at all. I'm really not.
See, I think I'm just a shady girl because I feel like anybody else, not anybody else, but Bow Wow is.
It's not for everybody.
But it's been a while.
Matt, you know what we spend on concert tickets nowadays? It's not like before. You're not going to a concert for $100. It's just not your favorite throwing a concert. You're gonna spend some money. Think about that. And you just spending that kind of money just to sit out in the crowd with a bunch of sweaty people looking at your fave on stage. But I get to go backstage and meet this nigga for $1,000. Sign me up.
Okay, I have a random question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Would you pay $1,000 for Big Latto?
I love Latto. I am not at that point where I think I would want to do that for her, but her fans, I'm saying it's not a bad deal. For me, it would have to be somebody like, it would have to be Beyonce. I would do Michelle too because I like her. But
you do Michelle for $1,000?
I would. To have personal time with Michelle, I would. But it would have to be your fave, is what I'm saying. I don't think that everybody should be throwing these money out. If it's your fave and it's something you would love and cherish for the rest of your life, I'm not mad at $1,000 for it. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. And the smart thing behind this is Bow Wow must have some decent people around him because they're saying 10 per city, $1,000. So he's at least getting $10,000 every show.
Only 10 people he has to do it with. It's not going to be a bunch of people. It really seems like it's going to be an intimate kind of thing. An experience that you get to experience with your fave. 10 people only per city. I think is honestly genius. If you think about that, so 10, I mean, he's getting 10 racks per city just to meet a couple fans.
Yeah.
Come on.
See, I like the I just don't like Bow Wow.
Oh, mess.
But get your money, girl.
So what's this video you got of Bow Wow though?
Huh?
This video. Are we playing that?
This was just him backstage, just like, so the thing about Bow Wow is he can say I am a touring artist, because he does the Millennium Tour. And if you were 10 when he came out, you still might want to go see him at 30. So he just kind of showed that he did the O2 Arena in London, and I saw the video. They sold out. So then this was just him backstage.
All right, hold on.
After the show.
Yo, fresh out the shower. Man, thank you, London. That was special. You know what I'm saying? First time ever in O2. I can finally say I done did. We done rocked and sold out every arena across the U.S. And now the famous World Tour Arena. This meant so much to me. This was like a scratch off my bucket list. And man, so many more big things to announce soon. But in the meantime, we're gonna celebrate. We're gonna enjoy this moment on the way to the after party. You know what I'm saying? So to all my fans on the gram, all my fans in the UK, I want to say thank you so much. 2 years in the making. You guys came, showed out, showed up. I love y'all. I'm gonna go enjoy this ace with my crew, with my team, before we go back home and get back to the business. It never stops.
All right.
Doesn't he seem like he matured himself a little bit since the last time we saw him on WeTV? And he was fighting everybody and tried to hit the brat. Now the brat is rough, but that's not a man, sir.
Move along.
So just shout out to Bow Wow. He does look very cleaned up and refreshed. He looked kind of like bloated. He had like that kind of bloated. I'm on drugs or alcohol.
Oh my god!
Allegedly.
Okay.
Well, no, it was
Allegedly.
They're just saying how I think he's transforming now into a bigger dog instead of a young pup, and I'm here for it. Y'all want to pay $1,000? Go ahead. Now let's talk about an old pup, William the Smith. Will Smith is kind of being petty in social media, and I feel like why? Like just shut up. So he's been kind of working his way back into social media, and I guess this is his first attempt when he was trying to poke his way back in.
I'm trying to tell y'all, don't worry about what people say about you. They're going to try to belittle you. They're going to try to cellularize your name. They're going to try to sabotage you. They're going to just try to do anything they're trying to do to destroy you. Destroy you.
That was cute, though.
Can you do that one more time? I say all the words wrong, but
I'm trying to tell y'all, don't worry about what people say about you. They're going to try to belittle you. They're going to try to cellularize your name. They're going to try to sabotage you. They're going to just try to do anything they're trying to do to destroy you. Destroy you.
We need to get baby a dictionary. But okay.
I can't say it.
I can't.
But you know what I took from that? Will Smith looked good as hell. Like, really? You don't think so?
I mean,
he looked good. Look, he looked rugged.
A mess. Move on.
I don't know what's going on because Chris Rock and Dave Chappelle are talking, and talking about him. So they're on tour together. Chappelle asked Chris Rock, "Did that shit hurt?" Talking about yes. So he said, "Goddamn right." The motherfucker hit me for a bullshit ass joke. Okay. So Chappelle said, Will did the impression of a perfect person for 30 years. Ooh. He ripped his mask off and showed us he was ugly as the rest of us. Whatever the consequences are, I hope he doesn't put his mask back on and lets his real face breathe. So they're coming at the girl. So he posted a video saying basically like these birds and stuff are coming at him. And this was right after Chappelle and Chris Rock started talking about him at their show. So now Will Smith is hitting back.
Is that thunder, nigga? I'm sorry. It sounds like somebody shooting outside.
What?
What's happening over here? You know what? I feel like Chris Rock still has not maybe gone through the entire healing of this process, is what I'm saying yet. So you have to let him express what he wants to express in his own time, in his own way. And if he right now, that's the shots he want to throw, we have to give him that leeway. This man hit him on national TV. I'm not mad at it, but I think over time, it's still a relationship that can be mended. I feel like it's still too raw for him, and that's fine. But over time, this does not, I don't know if Will had on a mask this entire time, and this is the real Will. I don't know that. I don't know if it was just a culmination of so many things happening that year, so many people coming for him and his marriage and his family, all kinds of things. It's just been just bottled up, and he reacted in the wrong way. I'm not necessarily sure that he was just fake for the last 40 years of his life. I don't know if I believe that.
And not to throw Beyonce into everything because we do. They were raised
everything.
to, I mean, Renaissance. Sidebar. This is what we do.
Sidebar. What kind of crack is in a Renaissance album?
Girl.
Because
it don't get old.
It don't. And you can't start from the middle of the damn album. You have to start with I'm That Girl.
Now let's jump.
That's the way you have to start.
Let's jump back to Bow Wow, who did the London arena. So in London, they had a Renaissance party yesterday. Shout out to Beyonce. Your birthday was yesterday. They had a Renaissance party. The club was packed. They played the album. Beyonce wasn't there. A whole club celebrating her album and her birthday, and she was not there.
She
and
on
they
vacation
were lit.
somewhere, not giving a fuck about us.
They were lit, and everybody in that audience knew every word. Like, it's a drug.
It is. It's really.
Like, we don't want the cure. Like,
no, I'm good. I like it. Listen,
don't mess it up by releasing a bad album. I don't know how these acts or what's gonna go. If you mess up this good album with something else, would that tarnish the moment?
It kind of would. I just be careful. We don't know what Act 2 and 3 is. I mean, Act 2 may be the visuals. We never know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay, what were we talking about? That was a whole ass hour. We were talking about
about the perfect stuff. So Beyonce was raised and brought up in the whole, image thing. You have to be perfect. You can't show. And Will Smith came from that way too. He had to be perfect. He grew up as America's sweetheart for dudes. I don't know what that's called, like America's sweet dude.
Shut up. So you're saying that because they've been groomed to not don't show reaction, don't show emotion, stuff like that. Because Beyonce's the one that she moves in silence, like the whole Khalees thing. Like, just fuck you, I just take you off and keep moving. Like, she doesn't respond to drama like that. Like, I think there was one time in her life that she had to respond. Oh, after the elevator situation, I think that's like the one time Beyonce actually responded to some.
And that's only because my sister beat my husband's ass. Like, I had to address that. But what did she say? It's $1 billion in the elevator.
But it's just like I don't know if that's a good enough reason to say that the slap occurred. I mean, you still got to learn how to. Yeah, you got to know how to act. I don't know.
I just don't. I agree with you. I didn't think about it until you said it. It doesn't devalue him as a man to say all the time we had him he was fake. Like, there are people who know how to keep their personal business personal, and he's not making a $5,000 Tyler Perry film. He's making blockbusters. He's getting 20 million. So I have to come with a different image. I can't.
Yeah.
I was worried that Will Smith was going to have to work with Tyler Perry one day. I think I'm safe. That's not going to happen. He can't afford him. King Harris. T.I. First of all, shout out to T.I. T.I. is every woman. He is now a karaoke artist.
What?
He was somewhere. He was feeling no pain. He was feeling good, but he did a Keith Sweat song. He was singing, grabbing a mic all in it. He seemed fun. But this is right after his son got arrested, and he said, "I did what I did. I can what I can. I'm a parent." Now y'all having fun. Like, y'all know what it is. He's wild. I can't control him. We've had conversations. His mom, his grandma. So
hold on. Let's play his response real quick.
Okay.
This was his response to the fact that everyone was in his comments talking about you need to talk to your son.
Why he look like that?
Them boys cray.
Hey, top of the top. Top of the top. Top of the top.
Shout out to Tops.
A minor request. Got a minor request. Hope everybody having a phenomenal morning. Got a small request, man. Stop hitting me and getting in my comments, telling me what to tell King. Okay? I know my son. Think I ain't spoke to my son. Think I ain't told my son, his mama, and his grandmamas. He's going to prison. If you goddamn keep this shit up, going to prison.
Hashtag prison talk.
Ain't nothing I'm gonna be able to do about it. Can't nobody stop it but him. You know what I mean? I've already had the conversation. I've already made my peace with it. Because I know that energy. I was that energy. I know exactly how it's gonna turn out.
This was so cringy.
Now, go ahead. I'm in the middle of something. But go ahead. This is more important. Go ahead.
This is more important. That was such a
all right, take it easy.
Passive aggressive comment.
See, so, but had he not, they would have said he was rude. And
him, King's a good kid, chasing after the wrong. And I trust in God to deal with it the way that He see fit. You know what I mean? It ain't really outside. He done got all the whoopings. He done got the punch. He done did it. He done, did everything as a child you could do to him. So now you're gonna have to go through it. You're gonna have to go through it and get through it.
That's a lot. I'll only play almost 2.5 minutes of that. But yeah, so now he's finally coming to the same realization that everyone else has been saying, that it is what it is now. At this point, I mean, now King is grown. He's 18 technically by law, so it's gonna be what it's gonna be. I just wish T.I. had the same energy back when he was disrespecting the Waffle House employees.
Yes.
T.I. comes out with a video talking about why are you arguing with a short order cook? Like that was just so fucked up. And then I wonder why he is
the way he is. Yeah,
smoking weed since forever, allegedly. You know what I mean? It's just like hanging with the wrong crowd. We all saw this coming. I don't understand. Like, I don't know. Yeah. I don't understand why you want to be rich and want to be a thug, but do you, sir? I guess.
And we would never get. You are choosing this life. You've seen it through your father. He really lived this life.
Right.
He got out of it, and they say he kind of worked for them. Now I don't know, allegedly, but it's weird, King, and I feel like this is just the start because it gets him mentioned. Like everybody just wants to be trending. They just want to be cloudy. They just come on, cloudy. That's a new word. But shout out to them. We'll see where this goes. I hope he gets his shit together. You remember his little brother? I forgot his name. Major.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen a picture of him. He is grown. He is like in school. He's very smart. He's what you would think a celebrity kid would be if they had their stuff together. And then you have the brother who's the opposite. And I know I don't have siblings, but I know that's kind of a thing. You might have one bad child, one good child, and then the other one. And that one got a different daddy, so you don't really care about that one. Now listen, Diddy and Dr. Dre have finally come together. They were in the studio pounding out some beats. And do you think? Okay, so I guess this was supposed to be a big moment. Like when they put the picture up there, Diddy said this is the first time they.
Okay, you gotta explain to me what's going on because I don't know what's happening here.
So they just posted a picture together in the studio, Diddy and Dr. Dre. Okay. And Diddy was basically saying this has been his dream, that he wanted to work with him. And he said, quote, "I got the chance to work with this man and to see his genius as he coached me through vocals." So Diddy is very much in this R&B wave, the king of R&B. So he's going to give you vocals served by Dr. Dre. Now I just don't understand this combination.
You mean auto-tune? What vocals? What vocals?
Coach me through my vocals. So he had to be coached. Okay. So he had to get that throat loosened and marinated and ready to belt out. And they dropped it like this was going to be a big moment. And I feel like sometimes
like I thought it dropped it.
Hey, see, here go Beyonce. Oh, cheap ass shirt.
That's the one part of this era we don't want to mention is these whack ass boxes she came out with.
Where is your boxes?
I can't.
Where are your boxes? Do you know?
Okay, you know where the boxes are.
No, but do you know where your box is?
No, that's with yours. All right, can we move on, please?
Exactly. That's what she should have did with them boxes. So over the weekend, had a concert. We don't know the Weeknd like that. I know his I Can't Feel My Face, but he couldn't hear his vocals. So he needs to go chill with Dr. Dre and Diddy to get some vocal coaching because in the middle of his show in LA, three songs in, he quit. He said, "I just lost my voice. This is killing me. I don't want to stop the show, but I can't give you the concert I want to give you right now. Show is over." Because he lost his voice in the middle of a show.
I think it's kind of fucked up for the fans, and I would hope that he would want to. I don't know how that works. How you can get half of your money back or something like that, but I doubt you can. But it is what it is. I mean, if he can't perform, do you want him to stand up there and look at you? Like it. You can't just switch in the middle of a show to say, okay, now put the backing vocals on. That's not something they already had planned or trained or whatever. It's like you can't just do that. So if he can't speak and it's hurting him, like, yeah, I got to stop the show. What you want me to do? Okay, and again, bringing it back to Beyonce again. Let's say we were at a Beyonce concert and that's our fave, and she lost her voice during the middle of the show. Do you want to see Beyonce stand up there and fake it? Do you want to see her just like not get? Beyonce has never given a half-ass show in her life. Would you want to see a half-ass show from Beyonce?
I think for my money, and you don't know what I did to come here, I feel like there should be more consideration. So if you're gonna leave,
I came out here. Like I'm sure he wasn't feeling well when he first came out. You don't just lose your voice immediately. Like there had to be something along the way. But still, I was trying to come out here to give y'all a show to see if I can power through it, but I couldn't, and I can't. So
people were again in speculation because nobody knows, but people weren't saying he was sick. They said he does a lot of the drugs and alcohol, and they said he partied so much that he was
hungover.
Yeah, like that he was just out of it, and that's why he's like, it's killing me. I got to stop, because they were saying like if he would have been sick, he would have said it. They say he just was kind of out of it, and I guess his music hasn't been selling, so he's been going through some stuff. So we don't really know him. I just thought it was weird just to quit 3 songs in. Like, tell me what's going on, because I spent money to come here. Nowadays they don't give you the refund very easily, and he was there three songs, so they might say, well, I don't know, it's just very weird. And these artists don't take into consideration when they do these concerts, sign these deals, and just say, well, forget it. They owe me $200 more and I didn't get it. So
no.
Kelly Price.
Let's talk about that too. That's actually interesting that you brought that up, because there was a story about Latto in that, and I don't know if I agree with you here. Let's look at this Latto story. So Latto had a show canceled in Atlanta.
Not Atlanta.
No, hold on. She says, sorry, y'all, they didn't have all my money. I love y'all. And so then apparently the promoter wrote back or did something else on social media and said, so because we offered to pay Latto $5,000 of her remaining balance in Zelle and the rest in cash, she pulled off because she only wanted cash. And then goes on IG and said we didn't have her money. Sir, to me, it sounds like you didn't have her money. Now, if I say in advance that I want cash, I want cash. You know what I mean? Don't try to come up here and change what we said we was going to do. I said I want cash, right?
I said what I said.
You know what I mean? Like, that's what the fuck I said.
Shit.
Like, don't do this. That's not what's going on here. And then
don't drop new shit when I don't know.
And then they try to, spin the whole narrative that, oh, she only wanted cash because it's not reported to the IRS, allegedly. So she wouldn't have to pay taxes on it, allegedly. Regardless, you don't know her business. You don't know what she was reporting to the IRS. You don't know what's going on there. If my writer or whatever our contract says that I'm supposed to be paid cash, you are going to pay me cash or I'm going to pull off. If she starts doing that kind of shit with you, other promoters are going to try it. Other people are going to try her money. And that's not what we're going to do, because how do I know you even have the money? I get up here, perform, and then I've done my job, and you don't make enough money at the fucking door. What am I supposed to fucking do? No, you're going to pay me in advance according to what we agreed to, or I'm pulling the fuck off. Team Latto.
I said what I said.
Shit.
I get you on that. You think about it business-wise, and I think about it as a fan. Like, I don't care, but I will get it. Because if you promise me that, but again, if you
order for you to go after and say you want your money back, because he's the one that didn't deliver. So that ain't got nothing to do. I would not charge that to Latto. Like, we shouldn't expect our artists or our faves to go out here and work for money that they haven't been agreed to pay wise and stuff like that. Like, that's not what we should do. It's not their fault.
So for it to be 5,000, what do you think the other part was?
They said 5,000 of the remaining money. So I'm not sure her final payment was just 5,000. They were 5,000 short.
I know. So I'm wondering if it was like 5 here and then 5 after.
No, like, I don't think so. I think it was a lot more than 5, and they had a way to get her that part of the cash, but they were short $5,000 cash. The way I read into it, it seemed like they were just short $5K, and she wasn't gonna. Regardless, that's not what I agreed to. You're not gonna sell.
Y'all, let's do some research. I want to know what these people are making per show. Because you hear some of these rappers be like, I'm not coming out on stage unless it's $300,000. You're a lie. Everybody knows you're a lie. It's been proven. But they just say what they want. I just want to know what like Latto is getting as opposed to Kodak Black, or I want to know what it is, because to me she should be getting
up. So she's
in Atlanta. I would think she would be getting more. Like when I saw
we don't know what the money. We don't know.
Yeah.
It's just 5,000 short. So, but I don't know what that total figure was.
Yeah. So were people in the comments mad at her?
I didn't see the comments. I saw the article and took a screenshot and moved on.
Oh, that'll be interesting, because I feel like this is going to happen more, because now after the Panini, more people became skilled in levels they weren't. So a lot of people are now promoters and club and janky promoters is a thing, and it's just like, I don't know. We'll see. I ain't going to nobody concert but Beyonce, and I ain't going unless you send for me, Beyonce. But you know who be sending is Black China. She be sending out invoices and allegedly collecting $20 million per month on OnlyFans per month.
I don't see that happening.
$20 million per month.
And that's not to hate at all, but I just don't know that figure. That math ain't mathing. But it says, the article says, some of the creators, because it was an article about the highest paid OnlyFans
on Variety, right? Which is a publication,
right? So it's not something that it wasn't like a TMZ or a media takeout. No, it wasn't nothing like that. But it says some of the creators who secured the biggest bag was Black China, according to research service Statista, and the entrepreneur and mother of 2 pulled in an estimated 20 million per month, making her the top earning creator on OnlyFans. And the actress singer Bella Thorne, you know who that is? Who's Bella Thorne? I don't know her. Bella Thorne ranked number 2 with an estimated 11 million per month. I just listen. This is not. I'm not trying to say it because a black woman can't make this kind of money, or that we. I just. To me, this seems far-fetched. 20 million per month. I mean, she pulled in $240 million last year and had a whole ass car repossessed.
Car repossessed.
How does that make sense to anybody? How do we believe these figures? Now, if you said 20 million a year, that still would have been a stretch, but I would believe that more than 20 million per month. I don't. But
and people read it and they first thought is, damn, she did. No, again, they don't correct them when they say this stuff. Like she was going around saying, I'm a Harvard graduate. Girl, you paid $99 for a certificate. They probably made that on camp. Get Tamar off here. They probably get.
I'm done.
I'm sorry. Because Tamar got a better makeup artist. She's been looking good now. Hey, y'all, listen. Tamar is dating a whole white man that everybody in Atlanta is dating. It's a lot going on. We're going to get into that at another time. But Tamar is out here getting the white pin.
Allegedly.
Bye.
We done?
Yeah.
Well, thank y'all. Yes, next time, make sure you hit the like, comment, share, and subscribe.
Yes, we're on all platforms. Check us out, y'all.
Bye, y'all.
You said what?
Allegedly.
What you say?